Hello, my name is Ruben Cohn. I'm the product manager for Vantage Cloudport, and today I'm going to be showing you a demo of the new feature, Hosted Workflows. Hosted Workflows is an exciting new feature which allows you to export entire workflows from Vantage, upload them to Telestream Cloud where you can access them remotely. So let's jump right in. In order to export hosted workflows, Vantage 8.0 Update Pack 2 or higher is required. In the context menu for your workflows, you'll see a new option, Export for Cloud. When selected, this will traverse your workflow and make sure that everything inside of it is valid and compatible with hosted workflows. This one I just attempted to export includes an action that is not valid for hosted workflows, the identify action. So when trying to export that workflow, I get an error, and it tells me that the identify action is not compatible with hosted workflows. In this case, I know I should have used the analysis action instead. Here's a workflow that includes the analysis action. And if I right-click and export for cloud, it allows me to do so, and will give me a browse dialog where I can save that workflow off as a new document, a .cwd, or compiled workflow document. Another new feature in 8.0 Update Pack 2, which supports hosted workflows, is the ability to designate an output of an action as a transient or permanent output using the output lifespan settings in the Cloud Mode dialog. Most of the time, you'll want to keep the output of an action, and you can select permanent, which is the default, or in some cases, you may be feeding the output of one action into another for final wrapping or transport stream creation. In this case, you can select the transient output lifespan, and when the job is complete, Telestream Cloud will clean up after this action and delete that transient or temporary output. Cloudport Hosted Workflows has a robust web API that allows you to interact with your workflows as well as upload them, submit jobs, check on status, and more. For this demo, I'm going to be showing you how to do it manually. Now that I've designed and exported my compiled workflow document, I'm ready to bring it into Telestream Cloud. This is the new Workflows section of the Vantage Cloudport service on Telestream Cloud, and this is where I'll add my new workflow. I can give it a name, browse to my compiled workflow document, and I can also define the default store out of the ones I've pre-configured on Telestream Cloud. Now the workflow is being created. Now that the workflow has been created, I can see the details of it. This panel lets me see the name of the underlying workflow from Vantage, all the default stores that have been selected on the workflow level, which is where new content that I upload will arrive, any variables the workflow is expecting, the nicknames, as well as the storage references. And this is where I can see if the outputs are permanent or transient. And I can also set default store and output locations for each action. So I'll go ahead and do that now. You can select subfolders for the content to arrive in when it's created. I'll go ahead and save that. Now I'm ready to submit my first job. From here, I can give the job a name. I would be able to submit any variables the workflow is expecting. And I can also select a file in my browser to upload and use for this job. The rest is already configured with the default locations I set previously. Now that the job has been submitted, I can see it in my list. I can click into it to get some more details. The job has been created. I can see the time it's taken to process it. I can see which action it's on and the state of that action. I can also see more details about the input and output files. Once each job is complete, the status panel will show you a summary of what happened. You can see each action, how long it took to process, as well as the cost and total duration of the job in its entirety, including the time it took to spin up any instances. In this case, it took a little extra time because I was spinning this job up in a cold region. I can see the cost of each action, in this case 10 cents per file to analyze, and only 1 cent because the file was very short that I processed. If I look at the Flip64 action, I can see a summary of the input and output media, the durations, the size, and I can also look into the Details tab for more information, including any variables that I had passed in, the actual path to the original source file, and again the storage references used during the job. This was just a quick overview of hosted workflows. As a reminder, Vantage 8.0 Update Pack 2 is required to export the compiled workflow documents, and the interactions and uploading of your workflow can happen through the Web API as well. More documentation is available on our website. Thank you for your time.